Hey everyone. Let's see. It is, oh wow, I don't even know. Day 44, 45. I forgot to look. I usually have that in my head before I start. But anyway, it is Wednesday, January 31st, 2018. So it's bothered me. Um, okay, so I was supposed to do Atkins only shakes yesterday, and the exercise made me very, very hungry. So I didn't do that. But what I did was I ended up making this huge Tupperware container full of tuna salad, and I did the same thing today, and it's very few calories for a lot of food. So I'm just gonna end up doing that for a few days because I really, really like it, and it's really low in calories, and it's a lot of food, and those sort of check a lot of my boxes. So, because it's mostly celery and onions, and then some tuna and some light Miracle Whip, and then I put in capers and sugar-free sweet pickles and things like that, make it really, really yummy. But I went to the gym again today. My channel, let's see. Okay, it's day 45. Wow, okay, it's day 45. I was way off. I mean, I wasn't way off, but I just forget that I'm this far into the process. All right, well, I think that I'm kind of starting to hit a little bit of a groove here. I closed all my rings. See the rings? I closed all my rings for the first time since getting my Apple Watch. And I got it a long time ago. So I closed them all yesterday, meaning that I hit my calorie burn, my minutes exercise goal, and I stood up every hour for 12 hours straight. Seems like a very low bar to set, but anyway, I'm standing up when it tells me to stand up. I guess it's better for your hips or whatever. Sitting is the new smoking, I hear. I'm actually freaking wearing two watches right now because there's some features on the Fitbit that I like and that the Apple Watch doesn't have, and vice versa. And what made me put the Fitbit on was while I was exercising today, the my heart rate just didn't seem right. It seemed really low, and that was my issue with the Fitbit. And so I'm just gonna kind of wear them both for a couple days, do some comparisons, see what I like, don't like, blah blah blah. And let's see. So I ended up with about 1,000 calories yesterday, and then today I've logged 1,400 calories, but I have a ton of food left. Like, again, the big Tupperware thing full of tuna salad. So I have that left, and you know, I'll be very surprised if I even eat that. So I mean, that's still 1,400 calories if I do. I feel like I have too much light on me. That's better. Okay, I'm being weird. I feel like it's giving me a bad light because of the backlighting or whatever. Anyway, what else? I'm just tired, always, always, always. I slept really well last night. Went to the gym around 2 o'clock. Nobody was there. It was great. Like, there was one person on the treadmills, which were like not even the same part of the gym, so I couldn't even tell. And then one lady came in and got on an elliptical machine, 2 machines down from me. So I think the more that I go, the less freaked out that I'll get about going and the possibility of running into other people. So my goal is, so I looked on, you know, since I was so excited about closing my rings, for my Apple Watch, I looked back to see that, you know, like I've had it for about 6 weeks, and yesterday was the first time I closed the rings, and I'm going to close them again today. And so my goal for February is to close the rings every day in February. I think that's a pretty attainable goal. So close the rings and to count on my calories. That's it. That's all. And I think that doing that will yield some very good results. Tomorrow's the 1st, and I was supposed to weigh in, and I've actually been getting on the scale and starting to drop weight and starting to feel better and starting to get a hold of my caloric intake, because I was just on this sort of binge schedule, or this binge cycle, and I think that exercising really helps me not do that. So even though it makes me hungrier, it somehow, like, it just psychologically helps. So I don't foresee that. I mean, I don't know. You can't tell. I can't predict anything, but I think that I can do that for 28 days. Close my rings, count my calories, boom. Just do those two things. You know, if I do those two things, then the weight's going to fall off. So I've said in the past that I can't really get into Instagram, so I'm not posting anything myself, but I did download it on my phone yesterday, and I've been looking through a lot of people's stories, and I'm so happy that I've been doing that, because you know, it's so easy to get so down and frustrated and just feel like this is a never-ending process that's, you know, I'm never going to succeed at, and you know, this doesn't look the way I want it to, this body part doesn't look the way I want it to. But you know, it's just such an amazing community, and to see that all these people who come from all different walks of life, who all have different goals, who are different starting points, different ending points, different struggles. Like, you know, you see somebody and you see a before and after picture, and you just think like, oh, they figured it out. Well, then you go back and, you know, like there's one woman that I like on, oh, somebody started following me on Instagram. I don't post anything, but hopefully that'll change soon, because it's a community I love to be part of. But anyway, there's this girl that I like. I call her a girl because she's like 23 or 24. She's a baby, so but a woman, very smart, 2 master's degrees, like, just, you know, kind of my actualized self, and I'm 42. But she you see a before and after picture, and she lost like 130 pounds in I think it was like 10 months or something. So it was very like 5 pound loss, 5 pound loss, 3, 5, like, just so, you know, for 6 to 10 months straight or whatever. I don't remember, have the story down exactly, but I do think like, oh wow, you know, she fucking had it figured out. But then she tried to get, there was a goal weight she was trying to get to, and she just sort of fluctuated between, you know, 10 and 20 pounds, up and down, up and down, up and down, and never went lower in an entire year. And it's, you know, there's, you know, you could tell that she was having trouble binging, and was kept sort of trying to come up with all these different solutions as to like how she could get back into a loss, like, you know, trying to maybe up her calories so she doesn't feel deprived, so she doesn't binge, and maybe not exercising so much, and maybe if she's not in so much of a deficit, she won't feel so hungry. Like there was, you could tell that just for an entire year she was, I mean, and it was only like 10 pounds or something that she wanted to get down to, but it was just, you know, she would get as far as 20 pounds above her lowest weight, and then, you know, lose 10 and gain 5 and lose the 5, like, it was just this huge. She even had like skin removal surgery and still could not get her weight under this lowest weight, and she looks amazing, you know, but you could tell it's like she's just, there's, you know, we all have insecurities and things that we're not happy about, and there's no finish line, and there's no like, okay, now I have a perfect body. Like, it's just not going to be that way. It's, you just sort of have to put in your best effort every day, and you're gonna stumble, and you're not maybe going to have the body that you know, your dream body. And because I mean, I think about myself in my very lowest of weights, and I was happy with the way, I mean, I was certainly a fuck of a lot happier than I am now, but you know, I felt good about myself, and shopping was easier, and things looked really cute and everything, but I always would just look in front of the mirror and be like, okay, well, here's, you know, this isn't perfect, and then this isn't perfect, and like look at my thighs and look at my stomach, and you know, like there's a little bit here, and it just, there's always like, you know, I mean, 90 pounds, like I was 90 pounds less than I weigh right now, and still didn't consider like, I mean, looking back on it, my God, I was like super thin and looked amazing, but I didn't feel it at the time. Like there was just always like more goals that I felt like I had to set, and you know, I don't know. I'm really rambling here, but I feel really good for having gone to the gym 2 days in a row, and it's gonna be Close the Rings Thursday. I mean, Close the Rings February. Close, like my brain is not functioning correctly right now at all. But anyway, so Close the Rings, Count the Calories February. I'm not doing the Atkins shakes anymore. That didn't like the second I went to the gym, I was like, okay, I'm starving. I'm not gonna drink the shakes. But I ended up about the same amount of calories anyway, so it's fine. I'm not beating myself up over that. But okay, so tomorrow's February 1st, and I'm gonna get on the scale. I'm gonna say my weight. It's gonna be an official weigh-in video, even though I'm probably, January 1st was the lowest weight I had got to during this entire 45 days. So it's not a really good number as a base of comparison. I'm probably gonna be a few pounds over that, 2 or 3 pounds over that. But overall, I am down. It's gonna, I don't know, it's gonna be 10 to 12 pounds, something like that. So anyway, it'll all be official tomorrow. And then, so I've got my goals set in stone, and then let's see, March 1st I'll weigh in, hopefully having been much more successful than January. Anyway, peace out, love you guys.